Again, as you're joining us, welcome to the Middle College High School program information meeting for students and parents and families. We will start in about a minute, just giving people just some time to connect, but welcome. All right, it is 6:03. We will start our presentation. This meeting is being recorded, so students, families, you'll be able to review this information. We will post the information of the recording tomorrow. And if you have friends or if either the student or the parent or guardian wasn't able to connect, you'll have that opportunity to view the information. It is important to participate or view this meeting so students and families can know what this program is about and how to apply. And so to start, first, my name is Julio Gonzalez, Director of the Middle College High School program. And this program is made available through a partnership, a very special partnership between Moreno Valley Unified School District and Val Verde Unified School District. And so to provide a welcome from Val Verde Unified School District, we have Mr. Lenore, Deputy Superintendent for Val Verde.
Good evening, everyone. Parents, thank you for joining us and thank you for taking an expressed interest in your child's high school career. I believe everyone that's here this evening wants the opportunity for their student to be challenged. They want the opportunity for their student to be exposed to rigorous curriculum. They want the opportunity to get their students to have a jump start on their higher education journey. And the middle college program that we have here with Moreno Valley College is that type of program. There's programs, educational programs up and down the state of California that are trying to expand on opportunities like this for their kids because it's proven to be successful over and over. Over the last 20 years, I've 25 years now, I've watched Moreno Valley College and the dual enrollment program just repeatedly offer kids opportunities and just an opportunity to get a jump start. Each and every year, at the end of the year, come May, June, I hear about graduates who sometimes are getting their high school diploma and an associate's degree at the same time, which gives them a huge leap forward. And in today's day and age of just the cost of higher education, that's a huge opportunity for each and every one of us if our child is enrolled in this type of program. It's not uncommon to see students who are actually getting multiple associate's degrees. It's not uncommon to hear that some of our students are getting 3 associate's degrees while they get their high school diploma at the same time. Mr. Gonzalez has been affiliated with this program for quite some time, and I think tonight's program is well worth your time and serious consideration. I would recommend my child to be a part of this program if I had that opportunity and if they resided in our area, our school district. So once again, I just want to thank you for taking the time. Thank you for taking the interest in your student, and we're here to help you and support you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lenore. Um, Moreno Valley Unify will be joining us later in the presentation. They are currently participating in a couple different events, but they will be joining us. And as soon as they connect, I will introduce them and provide them the opportunity to say their welcomes on behalf of their district, another very important partner. Um, on behalf of Moreno Valley College, my dean, Sandra Martinez, and our interim president, Dr. Carter, uh, they wanted to uh, express their welcome. Unfortunately, they were not able to join us, but they are excited that you're considering applying to this program, and they look forward in seeing you apply to the program and be involved within Moreno Valley College, which is your community college, your local college, and it is here for you to serve our community. Next, I would like to introduce to you students that are currently within the program. And these students, I invited them to come and share their experience because as I describe the program and as I provide an overview of what we offer, I think it's also important and very valuable to hear from the students and what they're experiencing. And so I did give them a list of questions, but we did not practice this. And so what you will be hearing are just their sincere beliefs on the following questions that I'm going to be asking. So first, I'm going to have Sanaya introduce herself and the grade level that she's in and the high school that she comes to us from.
Hi, I'm Sanaya. I'm a senior and I come from Reno Valley High School.
Thank you. Next, I'll have Felipe introduce himself and also share the grade level and the high school he's coming from.
Hello, good evening. My name is Felipe, and I come from Rancho Verde High School over there at Val Verde, and I am currently a junior.
Great, great. And before we go into the questions that I'm going to ask them, I wanted to first let you know that through this presentation, uh, we will have a Q&A at the end of the presentation. We ask that you please wait until the end to ask your questions. You're welcome to type up your questions, but through the Q&A box. But if you can wait, some of what we noticed throughout the years is that some of the questions that our parents or students are asking are information that we later discuss and share. And so if you have any questions, write them down so you don't forget. But we will definitely have a Q&A to make sure that if you have any questions that we address them. And so again, before I go into having our students share, I did want to introduce Dr. Black from Moreno Valley Unify to provide a welcome on behalf of the district. Dr. Black.
Hello, Mr. Gonzalez. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Families and students that are on the call, thank you for showing interest in our middle college program. I really appreciate you wanting to take an interest and the time to see if this is an opportunity for you and for your student. As Mr. Gonzalez said, it's a program that our districts and the college have been collaborating on for a very long time. So again, thank you for being here on behalf of our Chief Academic Officer, our superintendent, and our board. If you have any questions, all you gotta do is reach out. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you, Dr. Black. I know that Moreno Valley Unify has a lot of different things going on, so I do appreciate you making that time to connect to the meeting. Thank you so much.
Of
And so,
course.
thank you. Going on, again, uh, the following question, and if I can please have Sanaya answer this question first, and followed by Felipe. So the first question is, why did you join the Middle College High School program, Sanaya?
So I joined the middle college program because I believe that it would help me give me a head start on my career goals by taking college level classes pertaining to my major. At my high school, I didn't have much freedom in what classes I wanted to take, and I thought by joining the middle college program, I would be much more productive. And then also at my high school, I wished for like a change in environment. I took two APs in my sophomore year and they completely drained me physically and mentally. I put a lot of work into the classes and I did pass them, but I didn't get a high enough score on the like actual exam to get credit for them, college credit for them. So when I got introduced to the middle college program, I knew that it would be the right choice for me because I could still challenge myself with college level classes that I would like actually enjoy and I would earn college credit for them by passing them.
Thank you, Felipe. Again, why did you join the middle college high school program?
Alright. So the reason why I joined the middle college high school program is kind of same thing what Sanaya said. It was kind of like making me have more opportunity to do college level classes. Again, over there at the high school, personally, I didn't do no AP classes. Um, so that's kind of like a sign that you could still do it without taking any AP classes, but still continue with taking some of the college level classes. I do find it like saving your time management, working on your time, and then like also getting your getting like a little bit of boost of in college credits. And then yeah, that's the reason why I joined.
Thank you, sir. Next question. What are some of the difference between middle college and your home high school? Sanaya?
One difference is middle college has a much smaller community than my home high school. At the high school, you'll find yourself surrounded by hundreds of students, while at college, there is a much smaller class size, and you will be surrounded by the same people for the majority of your high school classes here. The staff here is a very small team, while at the high school, you have a very large team of staff looking after you. I personally think that this is a positive difference because it is more of like a tight-knit community and it makes it easier to make connections and you feel closer with the staff and the students. At the high schools, they also may have big events such as pep rallies and assemblies. By joining the middle college, you might not be able to participate in these events because your high school or college classes could conflict. And a side note, the food here at MBC is also so much better than the high schools. There's like a coffee shop and a cafe that serve really good French fries. My personal favorite.
Yeah, those French fries. That's the reason why I'm gaining so much weight. Felipe, again, same question. What are the difference that you have experienced between the middle college program and your home high school?
So like the differences between like the middle college, high school, and then the high school is kind of the same thing what Sanaya said. With me, it's kind of it gave me a lot more time to do a lot more other stuff. Like yeah, there is a lot of cool things over here on the colleges, and like the cafe, the food and everything. The food was really good every single time I try, and I like trying something new, so it was amazing. So and then over there at the high school is a lot more different environment. It's like a little bit more different vibe over here. Personally, for me over here, when I'm over here at the classes here at the middle college, it's like fast, but like you get more time within it, and you meet a lot more people because you're not here meeting the same people over again. So over here at the high school, where you meet different people still, but at the middle college, you're out in the open.
Thank you. Now, Sanaya, what are some of the differences that to share with the audience uh, in your experience between the high school and the college classes?
So one difference is college professors here are slightly different than high school teachers. They won't hold your hand through the class and they expect you to be responsible and complete your work. All of the professors I've had at MBC are very kind and understanding. So if you ever have a problem or a question, they're there to help you and work out alternatives to any problems that you may have. In your college classes, you might be well, you will be surrounded by other community college students, which means that you'll be taking classes with people of all ages. In my opinion, the college class environment is much more productive because the maturity level is much higher.
Thank you. What about you, Felipe?
So the difference was like same thing with Sanai says, like you're actually meeting a lot more older people than you, and then the maturity level is way higher than the high school classes. With the college professor I've seen, they're a little bit more stricter on due dates. Like on the due dates, like if you pass the due date, it's kind of like if you pass it, you won't be able to go back and doing it and do the assignment. And then with the high school, you can actually ask your teacher instead of like emailing him like I did to some of my professors, asking him if I could have more time on some assignment.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to ask you, Felipe, first. So can you share what you do to be successful in your college classes for the ones you took this past fall?
So this past fall, the first semester, I did like a real semester I did for college. I took 3 classes. I did the English, history, two history classes. One of them was art history. The I had world history, which was another one. And that one, I needed to read all the materials for it and needed to read like the materials beforehand of the classes. And that's one way to be successful for it, is like learning the materials before you go into class, like reading all the lectures. And then for my art history, I took my art history online. So for that one, it's kind of, you have a whole week to do your assignments. For this one, you had to write notes and everything, making sure is everything on time. And then for me, it's basically more for my time management and everything. It's a big step for the middle college program.
Thank you. Sanaya, what are the keys to your success in college classes?
I think that the key steps to being successful in college classes is time management, another thing that Felipe said, and learning good study habits that work for you. Most college classes that I have taken haven't been difficult, but there are definitely some challenging ones. So if you do come across a more challenging class, it is important to stay on top of your work and hold yourself accountable with your time and your studying.
Thank you. Felipe again. Do you participate in any activities or sports at your home high school?
So I was waiting for that question to be answered. So yes, I do. So once I joined the middle college program, a senior told me, giving me advice when I was joining it, told me that leave all sports, don't do any activity at this high school. You will not have any time for it. For me, um, I do 2 sports. I am in ASB at Rancho Verde, and I am also working, and I am looking for a second job. So it's really possible of doing activities, other events at your high school, still being a part of the middle college program. It's basically no chances, like you still have time for it. And for me, I go almost every single day back to the same high school after the middle college day, and I still do my sports and everything. So there's still a chance of doing anything back at the high school.
So you do, is it cross country after school?
Yes, so I do cross country in the fall, and I do track in the spring.
Great, thank you. Sanaya, do you participate in any activities, any sports at your home high school?
So in my junior year, I participated in 2 sports, which were volleyball and track. This year, I played volleyball, but I have decided not to do track because it would have conflicted with my classes too much. So if you do play sports, you wouldn't have to give them up at all. It's completely possible to play them. But once you join middle college, you might have to make sacrifices because by joining this program, you are committing yourself to the opportunities that you've been given, which are the high school and college classes that you're taking. They become your number one priority. So you do have to plan your schedule accordingly so they don't conflict. For example, during my volleyball season this year, I chose to take all my college classes online to make sure that they wouldn't interfere with my season.
Thank you. Last question. What are your academic and professional plans after high school? And Sanaya, if you can share if you've what systems you apply to for universities and if you've been accepted to any of them. So academic and professional plans after high school.
After high school, I plan on going to a four-year university where I will major in either computer science or game design. My top colleges right now are UC Santa Cruz, NYU, and SMU. And in the future, I do hope to open my own game development company. So far, I have been accepted to CSU San Francisco, San Bernardino, and San Marcos. And I have been accepted to UT Texas at Dallas.
Congratulations. And in March, we'll hear from the UCs and other universities. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Felipe, I know you're just a junior, but what are your plans after high school, career and college aspirations?
So my plans after high school was getting into a college, a four-year college, and then for my major, I wanted to become a doctor in the medical field. Recently, I just changed it. Right now, I was wanting to become a teacher, a math teacher at the high school level, but my mom kind of motivated me to become into the medical field, becoming a doctor. I don't know what type of doctor yet, but that's my plan after high school, getting to a four-year college, and I also want to try to get a scholarship for my sports. And then my dream high school or colleges right now are USC, UCLA, and UCR. And then yeah.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you. And so this concludes the presentation from our students. I want to thank both of them for giving part of their evening to share their perspective. And before I let them go, I want to give them the opportunity if they wanted to say any closing remarks. Sanaya?
I did have one more question written down. Should I share? Um,
Go ahead, please, please.
okay, it was any activities I'm involved and in middle college. Right now, I am the yearbook editor in our middle college ASB. In ASB, we try to bring together the students through different events and fun activities. And there are also a lot of community service opportunities which can help you fulfill high school graduation requirements. And if you like want to help. Um, I specifically am a part of the yearbook committee where we create and design a student-made yearbook for the middle college students. And the students have a lot of creative freedom, and we also take most of the photos that get put into the yearbook. Aside from ASB, NVC, the actual college has their ASNVC, which is the college student government. ASNVC also provides a lot of community service opportunities, and you can even become a student senator in their club. And they have a lot of great opportunities. And I have a bunch of friends who have gone to places like San Francisco and Washington, D.C. To go to their leadership conferences. So those are like really good opportunities.
Thank you. And I apologize, I did have that last question. So thank you. Absolutely, our students have that opportunity to be involved here on campus, both through middle college and the college itself. So thank you. Felipe, any closing remarks?
No, not really. Just basically thank you for having me and everything. And then I'm still going to be here to answer any questions you the students has.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so moving on with our presentation, I wanted to first introduce to you Miss Lori Alford. If you can say hi, Miss Alford.
Hello.
And also we have Mrs. Rodriguez, our counselor, our middle college counselor. If you can say hi, please.
Good evening, everybody.
And so they're going to be helping with the presentation, not right now. And again, if you have any questions, please ask them once my presentation is done. That way, if through my presentation, I do not answer your questions, we definitely want to answer and address those questions. And so at this moment, I am going to share my screen. And Miss Lori, can you see the screen, the first slide? Do you see that?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so the middle college high school team, as Sanaya was sharing, it's a small but mighty team. And so we have myself, Miss Lori, and her job description is actually different. It's a different one. So I apologize, Miss Lori. But we have Mr. Rodriguez, our counselor, and 3 high school teachers. Mr. Studevant, who comes to us from MBUSD, Ms. Sharkey, who comes to us from VVUSD, as well as Dr. Henderson, who comes to us from VVUSD. And so Middle College is made possible through the partnerships between Moreno Valley and Val Verde Unified School District and the college in all aspects, and staffing as well. The work that we do is it doesn't just take place here at our college in our program. We also work very closely with high school counselors from our MBUSD and BVUSD high schools. And so you can see here that we have a designated counselor at each of the high schools. At Canyon Springs, we have Mrs. Gonzalez, who at this moment is being supported by other counselors, Ms. Rios, Mr. Cruz, and the team overall. And so family, students, if you have any questions, you wanted to talk to counseling, you can definitely reach to any of them for any questions. At Moreno Valley Online Academy, we have Ms. Rodriguez, Moreno Valley High School, Ms. Garcia, Valley View, we have Ms. Jerez, Vista del Lago, Mr. Sanchez. At Citrus, we have Ms. King, Orange Vista, Mr. Marin, Rancho Verde, Ms. Williamson, and at Val Verde Online Academy, we have Ms. Santa Cruz. But in addition to connecting with your high school counselors for any questions, you can definitely reach out to us as well. So again, this opportunity called Middle College has been around since 1999, 25 years. And this partnership was established to increase the college going rate within our community. And so for 25 years, this opportunity has been offered to our families and students within our community. And it continues to be offered because our students continue to be very successful. Our program and the idea of students taking college classes, although it's been 25 years here at Moreno Valley College, the idea actually started in the 70s. And so for decades, it's been around. And currently right now, you see more of these opportunities for high school students to take college classes throughout the state and the country. And so definitely our students, the vast majority of our students, our high school students, can be successful in the college classes. Our program, because middle college and the opportunities for students to take college classes has different formats. Here at Moreno Valley College, our middle college high school program is a 2-year program. And within the program, students are going to take high school and college classes, and all those classes will be here at MBC. And so the students will be students at the home high school, but all the classes will be taken at MBC. And so middle college is just one of many great opportunities that your home high school offers. We know that they have a lot of great programs, this is definitely one of those opportunities. Within our program, every semester, we have a fall and a spring semester. Students are going to take between 9 and 11 college units. The max that our students can take is that 11 units per semester. And that's equivalent to 2 or 3 classes. In the winter and in the summer, they'll have the opportunity to take 1 to 2 classes, which is about in between 3 to 8 college units. Um, college classes will be taken both in person and online. One of the factors that we kind of see influencing the number of units that our students are able to do, and also provide that opportunity to be involved in other activities such as homeschool sports or band, or even within the college, is the online classes, because they don't conflict with other activities. And so our students, um, all of them do take online classes, and so that is something that students should expect. There will be in-person classes, and we'll definitely guide the students and connect them to the opportunities, but definitely throughout our program, students will take online classes. And so in addition to the college classes, the students will be taking also 3 high school classes here with us. And so for both junior and senior year, they're taking English, social science, and math. And so the schedule below is a sample of junior schedule. And so our juniors take high school classes from 12:20 to 3:20, which is 180 minutes, which is 3 hours. Our students used to complain, oh, we never get minimum days. And I told them and reminded them, you get minimum days every day, 180 days of the year, of the academic year. And so students are in groups, and so they all take the same classes, just at different times within those 3 hours. As seniors, our students will also take English, social science, and math, and these classes will be from 8:30 to 11:30. And so within our program, if a student does not fail anything, if a student does not withdraw from anything, they have the opportunity to complete between 48 and 71 college units. And I say in between because although the max is 11 or 8, 11 per semester, 8 per intersession, summer or winter, not all the time is one able to get up to that max. And so in between, and with sometimes getting that max, students can definitely complete our program. They have a very good chance of completing a program with 60 or more college units, as long as they do not fail any other classes, as long as they do not withdraw from any other classes, and as long as they try to maximize each term. Uh, for the most part, again, the middle is probably where a lot of students fall, but by minimum, 48 units is what a student can do just by bare minimum. And so within the high school and college classes, both are very important. I say this, excuse me, and I emphasize this because we have had students and even families that seem to put more emphasis on the college classes, which are important, very important, but the high school classes that our students are taking are classes that are helping them satisfy high school graduation, A through G's, and when the students apply to universities, these high school classes within middle college are going to be part of that university application. And so the student needs to get the highest grades possible. Classroom expectation, both in our high school and college classes, the students need to conduct themselves respectfully. And we haven't seen real classroom issues, but we always like to just point that out that within the college classes, just like the high school classes, um, the students and the high school classes are going to be treated like any other student. They're not going to be given more or less. They're going to be treated like any other student in that class. Our 3 high school classes are required. The minimum that our students can take for high school classes permitted by Ed Code is 180 minutes. And so we are at the bare minimum. And so our students have to take those 3 classes here with us. And again, students do not take any more classes at their home high school for the next 3 years. Everything is here at MBC. And so what is a profile of our student? Well, you met 2 students from 2 different high schools who shared just a little bit of their experience within the program. If you walked into any of our classes and compare them to the other high school classes, you will see high school students. What is the profile of our student? They're high school students. I would say that the biggest difference between our students and high school students at a traditional high school is that every single one of our students wants to be here. And the vast majority of the students at the high schools want to be in school, but also takes is one to just kind of just create a different environment in that classroom. But again, what I want to stress is that our students are regular high school students. And so within our program, as I shared earlier, and I had Mrs. Rodriguez introduce herself, we have a high school counselor that works with our students. She works with every single student to create an individual academic plan. They meet in the fall of the junior year, that first semester, and based on the students' what they completed high school wise, subject wise, what they need for high school graduation, A through G's, and what what careers they're pursuing. They will work together to make a list of classes that the student will take in our program, which I call it our MCHS academic plan. And this plan is fluid. The students sometimes will change, will want to take different things. And so our counselor will work with the student to ensure that whatever changes take place, the student is still on track for graduation, A through G's, and all that good stuff. The college courses that our students take are going to count for both high school graduation and A through G's for universities. And every semester, every term, our students are going to take different classes. One example, if a student needed to take, let's just say, a chemistry class, that chemistry class, I believe, is about 4 units. That chemistry class, college-wise, is 4 units. It's a 1-semester class, and that class will count at the high school a little over 10 credits. So every 3-unit college class is equivalent to 10 high school credits. And so that 1 semester of college chemistry counts for the 2 semesters at the high school. Again, all the college classes will be taken with other college students. The instructor is going to treat our students the same way as anyone else. And one thing that we emphasize a lot and repeat a lot is that for college classes, parents, guardians cannot contact college instructors. College instructors will only talk to students. And this is through FERPA. These are guidelines set by policy and laws. But as I share that parents cannot contact college instructors, they can call us. And if there's any advocacy, anything that I need to do, then I would reach out and work out, try to work with instructors. Any concerns that students have, they will come to us and we would work and support the students to the best of our abilities. Sometimes we're working with academic deans, department chairs, but we would do that. Parents cannot contact college instructors, but they can contact us. You can meet with the high school teachers. You can meet with myself, Miss Lori, our high school counselor, but not the college instructor. I just want to stress that that is law, that is policy. And that is the structure of our program. That has always been the structure of our program. And so students, when they finish our program as seniors, they will graduate from high school and graduate with college units. Here at the college, the students have the best of two worlds. They're both high school and college students. They are high school students taking college classes. They are not college students taking high school classes. So we always remind students, because sometimes they think, oh, I'm a college student. You're a high school student first. But we have resources on campus. Through our NBC Academic Success Center, there's tutoring for math, for English, there's computer labs, there's in-person tutoring, and there is also online tutoring that is free and available for our students. And so there is academic support here at the college for your students. In addition to that, students, you also have the opportunity to be involved on campus. As Sanaya was sharing, we have seniors right now that are part of our ASMBC. And they're part of the student body, the student government. They coordinate events. They are on campus just running the show. So it's very impressive, and I think it's pretty cool that our students, and it's mostly seniors, are out there just running the college. They participate also in committees within the college with professors and administrators. And so our students have the opportunity to be involved. Sanaya also shared that she's she's the historian for our middle college club. And so within middle college, we also have a club where we participate in just the different activities on campus. And we also try to put together activities for the students within the program. And so we do have a lot of opportunities for students to, we have opportunities for students to be involved, but also a lot of opportunities for students to do community service hours, as it is a requirement for both districts. And so, again, and I just want to make sure that families understand this, and I emphasize it, and I'll go through it a little fast because I kind of share this a little bit. I just want to remind that our students will be here at Moreno Valley College taking college classes with adults of all ages. Within our program, when the students are here with us for the high school classes, we know where they're at. We know where they should be. Before or after classes, the students are on their own. And so within our program, students are less monitored. And so typically our juniors will take college classes. If it's not online, it would be in person in the morning. And there are very, very few classes that a student would need to take in the evening. But any evening classes, we would first need parent permission, parent guardian permission for that student to take that evening class. In the fall, more than the spring, at 5:15, it's already dark. And so, the vast majority of our students only take morning classes, and only by permission and request do they take evening. And Sometimes for some of the impacted classes, they may have to, but again, we inform parents and make sure that the parents are okay with that. Another part that I wanted to emphasize is that our calendar is different. And so give me a second. I'm going to stop sharing so I can show you our calendar. And so this is a draft that you can find in our Google Classroom. I'll go over that at the end, but you can see that the summer, which is required, starts on the 23rd and ends on the 31st. And I call it a draft because last year around March, they kind of switched the calendar on us. So, but we think that this should be confirmed. This should be good. And we're scheduled to start on the 18th of August for our academic year. I will point out that things to keep in mind. So again, that's the summer is required. We start on the 18th. Our holidays are a little different. Our winter break will start after the 19th, and we will return on January 5th. Our holidays, some of them are a little different, some may be the same. Our spring break is definitely different than the both districts. And so our spring break is the week of the 13th, which for Moreno Valley Unified, it may be the last 2 weeks or the last week of March, that first week of April. So it is different, but just wanted to provide you this example. And again, I'll show you later where you can find this calendar so you have this information. Going back to the slideshow. And so so again, the students will still be students of their home high school, and they'll be able to participate in after school and evening activities at their home high school, as long as these activities do not conflict with their high school college classes. And the students will graduate from their home high school. They'll be able to participate in their graduation and other activities as long as it doesn't conflict with their classes. And again, I shared that the summer term is June 23rd through July 31st. This program is almost free, but not quite free. I will share in a bit the financial benefits of this program, but every semester our students do have to pay student fees, and there is one fee that can be waived, but overall per semester you can see is $59.50 per semester or $35.50 per summer or winter. So this is the only part that students and families have to pay on a term-by-term basis. College books are covered for the students. Students do not pay the cost of the units and just these fees. Lunch is made available for students every day. Valverde brings in warm and cold lunches for students that students just come in, sign in, and take a lunch. As I shared earlier a couple of times, all the classes are taken here. We work with MBUSD and BBUSD. We have students that are coming from all the way out there by Canyon Springs, and we have students that are coming from all the way out there by Citrus Hill. We understand the locations, the distance, and the traffic, but transportation to get to our college would be the responsibility of our students and their parents. And I can share that many of our students do use the RTA to get to school and go home. And part of the fees is a transportation fee. And so our students do not pay anything extra to use the RTA. It's for $5.50. They get to use the RTA for that entire semester, which is about 4 months. For our program, only MBUSD and BBUSD sophomores can apply. And for every single student that applies, every application will be reviewed by our application review committee by a minimum of 4 different members. And when we're looking at applications, we look at the information provided in the applications as well as the writing response. We look at students' transcripts, their behavioral and attendance reports, and we look at teacher recommendations. We are looking for students that want to go to college. Bottom line, this is an academic program. I'll share a little of the financial benefits of this program, but we are looking for students that want to go to college. And we're looking for students that have that academic potential to be successful in college classes, maybe the first within their families to go to college, or maybe a student that is seeking just a different environment, an environment of more rigor, or an environment that is a lot smaller. And so we're not looking for students that meet all of these descriptions, but one of these descriptions. And so you look at our students, and our students are very diverse in all aspects. Within our program, we are only able to accept 50 students from MBUSD and 50 students from VVUSD. And I tell students that if they're interested, apply. If they're kind of in the fence of being a part of it or not, apply. This is the only time that you can apply. I'll open up the application later this evening, and students will have until Sunday, February the 9th, to submit their application. Once that window closes, that's it. That is the only time students can apply as sophomores. Once that deadline passes, they can apply, and next year they cannot apply. This is the only time. And so even if a student was kind of, a family were kind of in the fence, not too sure, apply. And if you're accepted and don't want to accept that acceptance, not a problem. You let us know, and that's it. Here's some stats from our students. And I will say that we definitely had impact in our student participation after the pandemic. But for our students that continued within the program, and we lose a couple students from time to time, one because they want to go back for whatever reason at the end of a semester, and some because of academic reasons. But for those that finish, they also graduate from high school. The vast majority of them express to us that they're continuing their education. We do have some that go into the workforce, and we also have several that go into the military. And you can see here that throughout the years, more and more of our students are graduating from our program with a high school diploma and an associate's degree. One thing about an associate's degree, as I shared, what students, the number of units the students can finish within our program, as long as they don't fail, as long as they pass their classes and they maximize every single term, not to the fullest, but they're taking the fullest whenever possible. They have a good chance. We can never guarantee anything, but they have a good chance. And so last 3 years, we have 100% of our students graduate from high school. On average, 96% of them were enrolling to a college or university after our program. Every year, we have students earning 1, 2, 3, sometimes even 5 associate degrees. And our students every single year are accepted at UC, CSUs, private and out-of-state universities. And we also have some students that for personal reasons, they want to stay back one more year and then transfer to a university. And so MCHS students have access to college courses that will satisfy high school graduation and A through Gs. MCHS students have the opportunity to graduate high school with 48 or more college units. MCHS students complete more than 1 year of transferable college classes, and every single class at this point, there's very few classes that are not transferable to both UCs and CSUs. We do have some that are not transferable to UCs, but they are to CSUs, and we would inform students before they enroll in any of these classes. And just to compare what the financial benefit of our program, this is just a comparison of 1 year. And so if a student completes our program and completes 48 units, which is more than 1 year worth of transferable units, if they go to a CSU, CSU San Bernardino, they're saving more than $8,000 just tuition and fees. If they go to UCR, they're saving more than 15,000 a year for that for being part of our program. So you can see that there is a financial benefit to our program. This is a sample of the cost of attending the San Bernardino. That in addition to tuition, it includes all the other items, other costs. And so it gives you a commuter on campus, off campus, and you can see the differences. I personally would subtract 8,534 if your student goes to college and they're still living at home. And it's because you're not going to start charging them rent. Maybe some will, but most won't. But you can see the financial benefit of being part of our program. That's the CSU. If we look at the UC Riverside, man, that's a lot. And so living at UCR, 43. I attended UCR, so it was a fraction of this many, many moons ago, many centuries ago. But you can see what the cost is if they're living at home. And once again, subtract that 8. If they're living with you, and instead of 32, you're looking at 24. Still a pretty penny. But you can see a benefit if it takes 4 years to earn a bachelor's and they complete by minimum 1 year with us or a little more than a year. This is the financial benefit of our program. Through surveys, seniors have expressed that through our program and by taking college classes, they feel more comfortable on taking college classes moving forward. Going to college is more important than they originally believed. And MCHS allows students to believe that they can be successful in college or university. And so to conclude, just a couple of things to keep in mind if you wanted to apply to this program or not. First is that this is a 2-year program. All classes are taught at MBC. The summer is mandatory. Parents cannot contact college instructors. Students are monitored less. Students have the opportunity to save both time and money within our program. Before I open it up to questions, I just want to go over what the application is going to look like. And I am going to post all the information in our Google recruitment page. That information, most of the students have connected to the Google Classroom, and they can invite the parent or guardian. But you have the information here, and if for some reason you're having troubles, let us know. But let me go over the application. Just a second, let me close this. Exit this, go here. Okay. Going on. So again, the class of 2027 middle college recruitment page under class work, you will find the form that we distributed at the high schools, our draft calendar, our policies. I am going to upload this PowerPoint presentation later this evening here as well. And at 8 o'clock, in about an hour, we're going to have access to the Middle College application, which looks a little something like this. This is the teacher recommendation form. So let's look at the application first. So the application is not, give me a second, I gotta turn this bad boy on, just a second. Let's see this. Looks like it's not accepting applications at this moment. Let me change that. Share drive, Middle College, where we at? Okay, applications. Let's accept responses. Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. So the application, it is not meant to trick you. This is a pretty simple application. I would say it's definitely take a little over an hour to complete this. You have until February 9th. Do not wait until February 9th to complete this. I don't know what the weather is going to be a week from now, but some of our communities, some of our neighborhoods, they've lost power. You do not want to gamble. If you're serious about applying to this program, I would say complete it by the end of this week. You do have a week and a half. Just complete it as soon as possible. And so very simple. The first half is very simple. You're just writing in, you type your name. Uh, Only sophomores can apply, so let us know you're a sophomore. Provide your um, high school email, cell phone if applicable, or if you choose to. If you don't, not a problem. What math class are you currently taking? Parent guardian information. And so you're just clicking on whatever is appropriate to you. And so this first section is pretty simple. And then the second part of the application, this is why it will take just a little bit more time. And so you're going to have to answer these questions. This is not an essay, but we want to get to know you a little more than what your transcripts and your other information that you provide. We want to know you. So I recommend that you can type up the answers here, or you can type up your answers through a Word document and just copy and paste it into this. That's not a problem. But make sure that as you're answering this section, that you address every single question. And it's not an essay, so you do not need to, make sure that it's flowing. These are responses to these different questions that we want to know a little bit more about you. Why are you applying? Share with us a challenge that you've overcame. Um, is there anything that's share any behavioral or academic issue challenges you might have faced? Describe home life. How would a teacher describe you? What are your academic career ambitions? Are you involved with after school or any other activities, extracurricular activities? If you've had issues with attendance and tardiness, share with us what the challenges were. If not, then just let her know that's not a problem. And then we ask that parents and guardians, this definitely can be worked together, should be worked together, and just confirming on these two boxes. And that's it. That's the application. So it's not meant to trick you. It's not very complicated. It will be opened in about an hour, so you can definitely go through it. And if you should have questions, just let us know. With the teacher recommendation, you will need to provide your teacher with the link. You need to ask only two, not three, not four, only two high school teachers that know you, that you've had within your school. They can share with us um, just these different questions. Um, we're asking, based on their work with you and having you in their class, how do they rate your academic achievement, potential, motivation, intellectual curiosity? So again, not very complicated. Pick two teachers that can talk about you and that you did really well in their class. And at the bottom, they can type up something small, just sharing how amazing you are. So we need two of these. And so make sure that you send this link to those two teachers. I recommend that you select those teachers tomorrow, send that information, let them know when the deadline is, and then also next week ask them if they submitted it. Um, just follow up with them and remind them, make sure that they submit that, because this part of the application process can definitely help you, and having someone just share with us how amazing you are. And so this is, again, under the Google Classroom, under Works. I will add the PowerPoint presentation later tonight. And then also, we are recording this meeting. And once the recording I'm sorry, once the recording is, the link to view the recording, once it's shared with me, I will upload it here. I anticipate that I will get it tomorrow sometime before noon. And so I will post it as soon as I get it. And so you'll have that opportunity to review the presentation if you need to. But um, yeah, you'll have access to all of that information. And so with that, that concludes my presentation. I hope you got to learn a little bit about our program, our setup, and then also how to apply. And so at this time, we will take questions. And so uh, Ms. Lori and Mrs. Rodriguez, if you could please um, read out some of the questions.
Okay. One of the questions is, what about if the student had a current IEP?
And so we have had students with IEPs in the program throughout the years. And so there are different reasons why a student would have that. And so if accepted, we definitely want to make sure that this is the best setting for the student. One thing that I need to add into my presentation is that our students have access to all the services on campus. I forgot to mention, we have Monty's Market, we have the health services, and then we also, our students are able to take advantage of the support provided by our Accessibility Resource Center, which is Disability Support Services. They provide accommodations. They are different than what the schools provide, but they provide accommodations. And again, throughout the years, we have had students that have had IEPs and 504s. Next question, please.
Does the counselor work with each student independently to make sure they are signing up for the correct college classes each semester?
So the counselor is going to work is going to meet with all the students to create a plan. After that meeting, the student will have a plan with the list of courses. The student, that list of courses is not designed for the student to follow it term by term. The student will, every term from that list, based on what's available, based on what's being offered, based on what works with their schedule, will then select from that list to take classes. And so our counselor will review all the proposed schedules, and if there's any concerns, if there's any questions, then our counselor will let that student know. I will also share that within our program, we are not able to, and this is, I can say that this is the setting at any institution. We're not able to accommodate every single request that students have. And so what do I mean by that? That if a student comes in and they have English 1A, Bio 1 in a communication class, and if there isn't enough spaces for students within those classes, our counselor will let them know you need to find something else. And within our program, we guarantee that students will have access to all the classes they need for high school graduation in A through G's, through the college classes, and then some. And so if in that one term, that student isn't able to get that one class or the classes that they want, this is a 2-year program. Within those 2 years, they will take those classes. And so that's why a list of different possibilities, different classes within those 2 years, the student will be able to take. And sometimes, they'll change their mind. They'll want to do something else. Initially, they were thinking one career, now they're thinking something else. And so our counselor is here to provide that academic guidance for the students. Next question, please.
How do AP classes contribute to your overall college credits? For example, if I'm taking 4 AP classes this year, will those credits apply to my college requirements?
So AP classes will get college units only if a student passes the AP exam with a 3, 4, or 5 score. Here at Moreno Valley College, those units will be added to a student's transcript. But again, only scores of 3, 4, and 5. Next question, please.
Are we given any priority when it comes to choosing our classes?
And so our students, uh, are able to register for classes within priority number 3, which is towards the beginning of registration. We do not have priority number 1. I wish we did, or priority number 2, which wouldn't be bad. But we're part of priority number 3, and so our students do get to have access to those classes for the most part. And so again, sometimes we have to be flexible and we have to look at other options if certain classes are not available. And so again, a 2-year program. Next question, please.
Are there any medical programs at MVC, such as clubs or whatnot?
I'm not sure about clubs. I thought I heard that I've seen a STEM club, and every year it's a little different. Clubs are student-led, and um, if we don't have something now, we could have it in the future. It is all student-led, and so at the moment, I can't think of any. But if you were considering a career within the medical field, first you get that bachelor's, then you apply to medical school. And so here within Middle College, you're taking classes that are helping you complete and earn a bachelor's. And so medical school would be after the bachelor's. Next question, please.
Is there any possible method to have a better chance of being accepted at Middle College over other applicants?
All I would say is apply. There's no guarantees. Apply and just share your story in that section where we're asking for you to share. But yeah, I would say just apply and submit your application. Next question, please.
If I decide to take concurrent enrollment or dual enrollment instead, will I still get the benefits that were mentioned?
And so, thank you for that question. We're fortunate that at Moreno Valley College, in addition to middle college, we also offer and work with the high schools to offer college classes at the high school through dual enrollment. And right now, at every one of the high schools, we have a couple of classes that are being offered. In some of the schools, we have English 1A, 1B, History 6, History 7. We have um, math, math 36, math 10, ADJ 3, 4, 5, 8. And so every school has a few classes. Those are really good opportunities. We're starting to offer some online dual enrollment classes, psych, guidance are some of the classes that we've been offering. So it's definitely another opportunity. Um, and then there's concurrent enrollment, where the student can email a college instructor and ask if they could be added into the class. The only thing with concurrent enrollment is that the student will need to email the instructor, and if the class required a textbook, the student will need to purchase that textbook. But there are more and more classes every semester, every year, that are low cost or no cost textbooks. And so middle college is one of several opportunities that your school offers. Dual enrollment's another one, concurrent's another one. I just shared with you how our setup is, which is 2 years here, and the potential of how much you can accomplish here. Dual enrollment, great opportunity, but less classes that you have access to. Next question, please.
Okay, and so some of these questions are redundant, so I might skip over them because some of have already been answered, but this one is there a medical program available and would it benefit someone who is trying to become a heart surgeon?
Again, so before medical school, it's a bachelor's. So within our program, you're able to work towards your bachelor's. Next question, please.
College courses taken, are they related to a field of interest, or are the college courses chosen by the district or college?
As I shared earlier, the student will meet with the counselor. Any community college, students generally take general breadth requirements. At a university, the first 2 years, students also take general breadth requirements. And so there are opportunities where you can take classes in specific areas. Like if you knew you were going to be in business, so you take different business classes. You knew you were going into CIS, you take a bunch of CIS classes. So there are those opportunities, but on top of that, you're also working to complete A through Gs and high school graduation requirements. So there's a combination. And once again, you would be working with our counselor one-on-one, and through the conversation of what you want to do and what you need to take for graduation A through Gs, a plan is developed working together. Next question, please.
What is the code for the Google Classroom?
Thank you. So the code for the Google Classroom, just a second. The code for the Google Classroom is the following, which is that GB6U3BG. That is the code. And if you're having problems, again, you can talk to your counseling department at your home high school, and they can assist in making sure you connect to this information. And by starting tomorrow, that is not a problem. You still, again, have a week and a half. Next question, please.
If I'm able to, can I take more credits than the required amount?
So no, the limit, as I shared at the beginning, is set 11, 8. Those are the limit. That's the maximum. That is through ed code. So that is law. So no, our students cannot take more. Next question, please.
Are students who went to middle college seen by universities as equally competitive to students who took rigorous AP courses in traditional high schools?
I cannot answer that. When we consider all the different UCs and CSUs and private universities, only they can determine that. What I can tell you is that in middle college, our students are taking college classes. And so our students, I would label them as college proven. And um, within the UCs and CSUs. They're working towards that bachelor's and have the opportunity to complete more than 1 year worth uh, of college units. And I say UC and CSUs because there's over 85 accredited private universities, and they all work very different. And some will accept transfer students, and some won't. And so you would need to do the research if the private university that you're considering accepts transfer units from Moreno Valley College. Next question, please.
Because I was recently a student at MBECHS, I don't know what that is, which is an early college high school, and they had college courses during my freshman year. I completed a guidance class. Would that count towards the credits needed for the summer semester?
Uh, we will need to look at the class. You will not repeat a class with us. And so if you already took the guidance class that we're offering, then you can take something else. Yeah, we haven't had that experience, but you would not be required to take the class again. Next question, please.
What happens if I miss more than 2 days during a summer session?
So in college classes, the college instructors are the ones that manage the classes, they control the classes, and so they would let you know what the attendance policy is. If for some reason you had to miss, you would just need to communicate with that college instructor. You would need to let them know.
Okay. So can I ask a counselor for a recommendation, or does it have to be a teacher?
Teacher. We're looking for high school teachers to provide that recommendation.
Okay. Teachers have to fill out through our account?
No, so you will email the link that is provided in the Google Classroom. Um, you will email that link to your high school teacher.
Okay. Are there any accommodations offered to students with a doctor's note for medical purposes?
Our DS, our ARC, our Accessibility, our Resource Center would be able to provide information on the services, on the accommodations that they provide. Students will need to meet with that department and apply for services. If accepted, they would notify the student what those services entail.
Okay. How are the other high school credits fulfilled other than English, math, or history?
Through college classes. And so the college classes are going to count for both high school and the college.
Okay. What would finals week look like?
During the winter, students are still taking high school classes. For juniors, it's 1220 to 320. And if they have a final on the day of classes, high school classes, then they would take that final. But finals is during finals week, they would be assigned a date and a time for that final. Some classes require finals, some require an end of term report. They're all very different. So it would look very different for everyone.
Okay. Do we need community hours as of now?
So it is for MBUSD and BBUSD, currently are requiring community service hours for graduation. Right now, at this moment, we are not requiring any specific amount of community service hours to apply to our program or be part of our program.
Will Middle College help increase my chance of getting a scholarship?
Uh, I wouldn't know how to answer that. I think it's based on, there's a lot of different factors and a lot of different scholarships. I think showing that you've accomplished rigorous courses, I think would help. But I really couldn't answer that.
Is being in middle college or AP more competitive for Ivy Leagues?
I couldn't answer that.
Okay, are the summer classes using online or in class? If in class, what time?
The summer classes, typically we don't have that schedule right now. That schedule was going to be made available in April, but typically the summer classes are in the morning. I forget the times, 8 to 12 or 10 to 12, something
I
like
think it's
that.
like 10:20 to 12:40 or 12:50.
Yeah, something like that. And so the last couple years, we've had 2 in person and 1 online. Next question, please.
So I'm already taking Algebra 2 in my sophomore year, and it says in the paper that the required math classes are Algebra 2 and Junior Seminar Would I have to take that instead of statistics or pre-calculus?
So we're looking at offering pre-calculus within our program as a high school class. There's been changes on the classes that the college has been offering, and through an assembly bill, they no longer offer Algebra 2, trig, and they're gonna stop offering pre-calculus at the college, is what I was told. And so to support our students, we're gonna start offering as a high school class pre-calculus, and we're looking at even offering calculus as a high school class. We're still in the works. This is really recent developments. And so we are definitely we want to support all our students with math as it increases. It meets requirements, it better prepares them for college level math, but independent of the math that we offer, students will still have the opportunity to take college math classes. So we offer math, stats and college algebra as alternatives. And if a student met the eligibility, they can even take calculus here with us. So, we will definitely let you know and how all that worked out by the time we conclude recruitment, so you can know what your options are within our program. Next question, please.
Can the recommendations be from teachers at a different district or school? I just moved this year, and I would like to get recommendations from my past teachers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Next question.
Would the student be able to take the courses just online, or do they have to attend the classes at the MVC campus only?
So the high school classes will always be in person. And we have had some students that take mostly online classes. It's a different experience when you take it in person. We try to encourage our students to take it in person, but some students, and with the support and approval of their parents, they take a lot of online classes. So,
What if I'd like to study abroad or in a state on the East Coast? Will the credits transfer, or will it be like dual enrollment where it probably won't?
and so I cannot answer that. The only institutions that can are those that you're considering. And so I strongly recommend calling those institutions and asking, do you accept college units from Moreno Valley College?
Okay.
I will share just real quick. We did have one student several years ago that was accepted to Caltech. This student knew that by going to Caltech, they were not going to accept any of the college units. And this student finished with 2 or 3 associates. Very, very strong, amazing young man. But he knew that. He didn't mind. He felt, according to what he told me, that because of our program, he was more competitive uh, to apply and be accepted to Caltech. And because of the classes that he took here, he felt better prepared for the courses he was going to take out there. Physics and calculus are some of the courses he took with us. And so, again, this is what he told me. But yeah, I just wanted to share that from one of our students.
Okay. Once I submit, how long would it take to know if I got accepted or not?
And so in the form that we provided, there's a timeline. And let me see, I think I have a student timeline I need to upload here as well. Note to myself, student timeline. Okay. But when you look at the Google Classroom under our recruitment form, it does provide a timeline. And let me just share this really quick. And so in this form, it gives you a timeline right here. This is and I'll add another timeline that's a little more comprehensive, but this is the timeline. And so we'll be notifying students on Friday, Friday. Where's Friday? I don't have that. Okay, so on Friday, March the 7th, we will be informing students of their status within the program, and final selections for the program will be notified on by March 20th. Next question, please.
Okay. What happens if you find a class is too hard? Do you have to continue?
And so you would have a conversation with our counselor. We have tutoring. We recommend students, especially math, that they start going to tutoring on day 1. Students can withdraw from a class with the W up to week 12. We do not recommend W's, but sometimes a W is better than a D or an F. Both a D or an F or a W are not good because if you have too many of those grades, it can affect your future financial aid. For financial aid, you have to have a 67% success rate in your college classes. Otherwise, you could be ineligible for financial aid. And this includes the classes you take with us. And so, yeah, it's important that you do good in all your classes. Next question, please.
Okay. Would I take my college classes after my high school classes?
And so typically our juniors take college classes in the morning or online, and very, very, very few do evening.
It says, are summer sessions mandatory after junior year?
No, only during the summer that's coming up. For next summer, it's optional. Next question, please. And just a second, Stephen, if we can at this moment stop the recording, we will still answer questions, and we'll try to get to as many questions as possible. But for the recording, this is about an hour, a little over an hour and a half. And so if we could at this time start and stop the recording, and we'll conclude with the questions.
Okay. If you are taking college courses with NVC already, is there a better chance that they can get in, I guess?
I don't understand the question.
I guess if the student is taking like concurrent enrollment or something, they want to know if do they have a better chance of getting in?
Compared to concurrent enrollment, I would say so. And there are very, very, very few classes that our students cannot take. Very few, and one of them is bio 50, or Mr. Rodriguez, what is it? Bio.
Students are not able to take Bio 50, and there's 3 biology classes that they're not able to take. And I
Yeah.
cannot recall the numbers.
Yeah, and these are more upper division bio courses. And the reason why our students aren't able to take those are because they're highly impacted, where college students sometimes take more than a year in order to be able to have access to those classes. Next question, please.
Yeah, it says, I have a question. If the student goes to the school in real life, will there be a map that will show where the student goes or someone that can guide the student?
Absolutely. We'll provide a campus tour. Our campus is not that large.
It says, I'm sorry, I missed the last question. How does this affect the application if my student has an IEP?
Um, we want to make sure more than anything that this is the best setting. We do have some accommodations. We have our uh, accessibility resource center that used to be called Disability Support Services, and they do provide accommodations for students that are qualified for those services. And so we would just connect the students to those services, and we can even schedule meetings even before the beginning of our program. So we would do our best to um, make sure students have the accommodations, the support. We'll do our best to find out to make sure that this is the best setting for the students. Next question, please.
What level of supervision is there for students? Are they segregated from adult college students?
They're not. They are part of the college. And so I emphasize that. I want to make sure that I am as clear as I can, that your students will be taking classes with everyone else, college students that are recent high school graduates and college students that are in their 50s or 60s. And this has been the setup of our program since 1999. So this is our structure.
Will students be guaranteed associate's degrees if they finish the 2 years?
We cannot guarantee anything. And through the presentation, I hope that I kind of showed how much a student can accomplish through our program. As long as they don't fail classes or withdraw from classes, they have a very good chance. Next question, please.
So say I join classes. Okay, okay, we'll be starting at 12:20, right? Just want to double check, are we only taking 3 classes or how many classes will we be taking?
High school, yeah, high school is only 3. In addition, you're taking 2 to 3 college classes, which is in between 9 and 11 college units.
Are students with mental conditions eligible for accommodations with a doctor's note?
I think I answered that we would work with our accessibility resource center to determine the kind of accommodations that they're able to provide. And they would be the ones, and the student and the family will meet with them to determine the kind of support.
And does NBC offer esports as a club?
I'm not sure. I don't think I've heard of that, but it could be a club that a student starts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have the opportunity. Sometimes we have students that'll start a club, but there's a criteria. You would go through our student activities and they'll tell you how you can start a club and what the criteria is to start a club. So, and all the time I've been here, I've never heard of a esports club. So that could be a first, and it could be something that's really wanted.
And esports is blowing up. We see it at our high schools, and it's definitely becoming more and more popular. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see it in the near future. Next question, please.
What resources will be available if the student is struggling with their classes?
We encourage and we show our students, connect them to our academic success center, our tutoring center, and it's on the student to take advantage of those resources. We will show them how to connect. We will walk them to that center. Presentation will be provided by that center. But again, it would be on the student to take advantage of the resources.
If someone drops the program, can a new student be accepted?
Once we start in the summer, unfortunately, no. When we accept students by mid-late March, if they turn that opportunity down, then that will open up a spot for someone else.
Will tardies affect the chance of being accepted into the program?
We're providing an opportunity for students to share some of these challenges and just explain why it's been a challenge. And that will be taken into consideration.
Okay. See, is there only 3 college classes when we have classes, or is there just 3 college classes and some high school classes?
So it's a combination of both. In addition to 3 high school classes, students are taking 2 to 3 college classes.
Okay. How can I get community service hours done while in middle college?
You can do it through our student activities, through our club, and the high schools also offer a lot of opportunities.
Okay. What if during those 2 years the student is unable to complete the whole 2 years?
We have not encountered that. And so the high schools provide a lot of opportunities for students to complete those hours.
Okay. When, I guess they want to know, when does classes start? And when does middle college start? And do they have to take summer classes, or summer classes are optional?
So the summer is required, which starts June 23rd through July 31st. And our academic year is scheduled to start on August the 18th.
Okay. And then somebody said, how many students from each high school get selected?
So it varies from district to district. I can share that within each of the 2 districts, we're selecting 50 students. Valverde has 3 high schools. Moreno Valley has 4 high schools. But it all depends on the number of students that are applying from each of the high schools. So it just varies year to year.
If a student is accepted into the program, can they enroll in the spring semester, summer session, and take online classes in winter and fall?
And so right now, if a student wanted to take a college class at MBC, they can definitely do that. That's not going to affect their application with us. And once they come, if they are accepted into our program, then they just continue on in taking additional classes. So everyone is open to taking classes this spring semester.
Okay, do colleges prefer that I achieve my associate's degree with your program, or stay in high school health academy as someone who wants to go to med school?
And so I wouldn't be able to answer that. I can tell you that within our program, you will start taking classes to complete a bachelor's. And going into the medical field, depending on what field that is, if it's becoming a doctor, after the bachelor's, you go to medical school. If it's for nursing, then you apply to nursing programs. They all have prereqs, which some of the prereqs, not all, can be completed through our program. We do not offer all the classes within middle college to complete all the prereqs for nursing. We do not. and you can get a head start on those classes. But I would recommend apply, keep considering it, and if you want to stay at your home high school within the health academy at your home high school, you can't go wrong. You'll be fine. You'll do good. We have a lot of successful students from every high school every single year. We are just one of many options that you have within your high school. Next question, please.
What will happen if I don't like the college classes and want to go back to regular high school?
So you could return back. We do not hold you hostage. You are not our prisoners, but you can only return at the end of a semester. And thank you for asking that question. We are looking for students that are considering or planning that want to be here for 2 years. We cannot accept juniors or seniors. And so 2 years is the commitment that we're asking. And if you're thinking you cannot do that, that is not a problem. It is okay if we're not the program that you're looking for.
Okay, will I be graduating with my sophomore GPA or my middle college GPA for my home high school graduation?
So the college classes and the high school classes that you take here in middle college are all going to be part of embedded, added to your high school transcript. And so you are a student of your home high school, and these classes are all going to be part of that transcript, college and high school. Next question, please.
Will we have the same classes that we have in high school?
You'll take college high school classes, but every year you take different classes. Yeah, next question, please.
Are there any animal biology, zoology classes at MVC?
No, we do not have those classes.
If I have failed a class and are taking credit recovery at the moment, are we still eligible?
I would encourage to apply under the section of sharing any challenges. You can elaborate and share how you're making that up and how you're being more successful. So I would just add that in our application.
Can I take a CNA program while in middle college?
Give me a quick second,
Mhm.
real quick second. Can you answer that, Lori?
Yes. The CNA program, they do have a nursing program at Riverside, but while in middle college, you can only take classes at Moreno Valley College, the college classes here. They do have a CNA program at Riverside, but you would not be eligible for that until after you graduate, high school, actually. Or, yeah, because there are requirements that you have to meet, the criteria you have to meet for the CNA program at Riverside. But Moreno Valley College does not have a CNA program.
Thank you. Next question.
Since one college semester is equivalent to 10 high school credits, and there are 4 semesters in a year, could we technically graduate from high school early and focus our second year on purely college courses?
No, we are a 2-year program. The only way that you're able to be part of our program is through the high school classes. Remember that this is a high school program. The students are through the high school program are able to take college classes. Um, you will get more out of our program completing the 2 years and taking the classes within our program, because once you graduate, then you become a high school graduate. And you can apply for financial aid and whatever financial aid. Once you graduate, you're now responsible for your own education. Whereas within our program for the 2 years in high school, you're not paying for the units, you're getting the books. So I would strongly discourage anyone from graduating early and just seeing through our program for the 2 years. Next
It says,
question, please.
are you guys only accepting 15 students from each high school?
I it's some schools is a little more, some schools is a little less. It all depends on how many people are applying.
Okay, it says we have a family event, a wedding out of the country in October. What are the requirements to get excused?
So you will need to talk, the student will need to talk to the college instructor. As soon as the class starts, let them know, hey, I got this going on. It's been planned for a year. And can you know, let me know what I need to do to make those days up.
Is it mandatory to go in person or can we also take online classes or is it both as well?
So the high school classes will always be in person. And with the college classes, we have that many of them are available online.
How many credit units does my student need or require to graduate with an AA or AS?
And so our counselor will meet with the student and share the details of what one needs to complete an associate's degree. Um, it's a combination of classes, and so it's yeah, I wouldn't be able to explain that. One, because I'm not a counselor, and two, because it's about a you know, it takes some time to kind of go over that information, but your student will have that information. Our counselor will share that information with the students. Next question, please.
Which college courses are middle college students allowed to take? Which classes are offered at Moreno Valley College?
There's a wide range of that. And so every community college offers general breadth requirements, which is just science, English, communications, history, psychology, sociology. It's just a wide range of courses. Next question, please.
Can I change the times of my classes depending on the day?
The high school classes are set, they're firmed, they're not flexible. And once you are enrolled in a college class for a term, those are the times. The student builds their schedule, and if approved by the counselor, then that is their schedule. And every term is a different schedule, every term.
After finishing this course, when we are seniors, when we graduate, can we go directly to the university or do we have to attend college before?
So students that graduate from our program go on to UC, CSUs, private universities after our program. Some students, they decide to come back for just one more year, or they go into the military, and some just go into the workforce.
Do I get excused from class if I have an early release from my sport?
So with practice, students do not get are not excused from leaving our classes. But if there's a game day, then similar to your home high school, the students would be allowed to leave school early for games.
What type of questions will be asked during the interview during the in-person interview?
Wouldn't you want to know? I'm just kidding. With interviews, we're not trying to trick you or quiz you. We just want to get to know you a little better. And so it's not very complicated questions, but just questions to get to know you in person.
Do I have to take all 4 semesters or can you break up the semesters?
So you definitely have to do, the summer is required. During the academic year, you have to do fall, winter, and spring. You do not need to do summer after your junior year, but fall, winter, and spring required for your senior year.
Okay. Do we have to be interviewed?
So we will have approximately within the two districts about uh, around 40 students that will be accepted based on the review applications, and the majority, 60, will be accepted via interviews. We will interview approximately 80 to 90 students for those 60 spots.
Are you considered a junior at a four-year university after completing 2 years at the community college?
It all depends on the university. It all depends on the major. We have had students that come back to us and tell us that, oh, in 3 years I earned my bachelor's. 2 years and a half I earned my bachelor's. We had, can you see? Can you see this
It's
student?
it's a little bit off. No, go back yeah, keep flipping
Okay,
off.
it's hard to see,
Oh,
but
yeah, it is.
it
Hard to
is
see.
very hard to see. Okay,
There you go.
we
Right
had this
there.
one student that went to LMU, and in 2 years she got her degree in psychology.
Yep.
And so we cannot guarantee any. I'm just sharing what a past student and what past students have shared with us. It all depends on the student, and it depends on the major too. STEM usually take longer. STEM is even just going from high school to university. STEM takes longer. It's a little more rigorous, but every student, every institution is a little different. Next question, please.
If my son had already taken 2 college courses through concurrent enrollment, would these classes transfer towards the middle college credit?
Oh, absolutely. They'll be part of their college transcript. Yeah. And I I hope that we answered the vast majority of your questions. We will conclude at in about 2 minutes. Um, we If you should have any other questions, please, 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 you can contact us. You can also contact your high schools for more information. But we will conclude in about 2 minutes. So next question.
So some of these I'm skipping over to because some of them, like I said, are redundant. The classes you failed in high school, do you have to take in the middle college?
If you fail classes, you're gonna have to do credit recovery because we do not offer many other classes. There may be some that could be um, completed through college classes, but for high school classes, yeah, we don't offer freshman or sophomore English. Um, we have U.S. history, government economics. We don't have world history, but we do have college world history. So it all depends. Next question.
Can students take certificate programs while attending Moreno Valley College or high school?
So student is, if I understand the question correctly, if a student wants to complete a Moreno Valley College certificate, there's classes they can take to work towards that. But we would need to know the specifics just to see how that works and if that program again is here at MVC and not at Ben Clark or somewhere else.
Okay, is it possible to transfer to the nearby school of Moreno Valley College, Rancho Verde, and still be considered in middle college?
I didn't understand that question.
I think I'm going to assume, say the student is a Moreno Valley High School current Moreno Valley High School student, but they want to transfer to Rancho, can they still be considered a middle college?
Absolutely. So only students within MBUSD or BBUSD within those two districts can apply for a program. And so if today you're part of MBUSD, but tomorrow you're at Val Verde, not a problem. You can still apply for the program.
Okay. Say, no, let me see. Okay, some of these are the same. So some of these questions somebody asked about, um, um, the time of school, all that, what time do you attend and leave school on a daily basis? And are they required to take an online class and with summer school classes? So
Okay,
maybe you
this
can
will
add
be
those right then.
yeah, this will be the um second to the last question that we'll answer. So we'll answer one more question. Within our program, uh, there will probably be times where you do have to take online classes, and that would be out of our control. But y- a lot of students are able to find in-person classes, but sometimes it would have to be an online class. Next question, please.
Okay, I'm trying to find some that maybe somebody asked about,
Yeah.
can they complete their high school math course in a regular high school summer class while attending the summer course?
No,
While attending, okay.
no,
Um,
no. So when you apply, and thank you for that question, and this will be the final question, but when you apply for a program, example, if and this would be, I'm assuming for original credit, that if you took, let's just say geometry, and this you're taking geometry right now, and then you take for original credit algebra 2 in the summer, that's not going to work for us, and that could disqualify you from our program. And so any high school classes that you would take in the summer, we would need to know as soon as possible to see how that's going to, uh, if at all, will have an impact in the application.
okay.
And so I do want to thank you for those that still remained in our presentation. I do apologize that we weren't able to get through all the questions, but if you do need to, um, if you have any other questions that we didn't answer, we didn't have the opportunity to answer, you can email us and I you can contact your schools for the contact information for us. You can email us or call us and we can address your questions. Students have about a week and a half to apply for the program. And so if you reach out this week, that should still be plenty of time to address the questions and see if your student applies or not, or students if you apply or not. So with that, thank you very much. Um, have a good evening and thank you very much.